Hey everybody, John Samankowitz here with Beer Law Center. Once again, taking to the medium of video to talk about some questions we get on a regular basis, try and get some information out there, hopefully answering some of your questions along the way. Today I want to talk about where I can go with an open beverage, right? So I have my nice, wonderful craft beer here I'm enjoying today. Generally, I can't walk outside and walk down the street in downtown with an open beverage. Why is that? Well, consumption is allowed if I've bought something, paid for it, or I'm going to consume something. It either has to be in a private location, like my office or my home, or if it's open to the public, it's got to be licensed for that activity. So bars, restaurants, yeah, consume on site, no problem. Here's the thing. You cannot leave a licensed alcohol premises with an open container. That's why you see those signs sometimes that say no alcohol beyond this point. This is where their premises ends. At that point, they can't let you leave there with an open container because that's then public consumption, or that's consuming in public, which often cases is not allowed. There are two exceptions to that general rule that you can't leave an alcohol premises with an open container. The two exceptions are a social district, and North Carolina only started adopting these about 3 or 4 years ago. But a social district is where, say, a town, village, city designates a social district on their map, and anybody who has a retail ABC permit and is attached or inside of that social district, well, then people can take their beverage and leave. They can walk outside, they can go down to the next ABC place, they can go look at a museum down the block, they can walk out into the park with their dog or whatever that is, whatever's inside that social district. Generally though, I can't just walk out of the bar with a glass. It's got to be a specific kind of container, it's got to be labeled where it came from, when it was purchased, and what's in it. But those are social districts that are identified by the town, municipality, or the city and says, okay, these are the bounds. We've got a great one here in downtown Raleigh where I can actually walk from my office to one of my clients, buy a beer, and walk back. So really kind of cool situation. But that is only one of the only two exceptions to I can't leave an alcohol premises with an open container. The other one is a so-called common area entertainment permit. Now, a common area entertainment permit is sort of like a social district, but it's for private property. So, best example I can think of is like, well, you've got the social district downtown. If I go to the mall, the landlord that owns all that property can get a common area entertainment permit and say, you know, I want people to be able to buy a glass of wine at this wine bar in the mall and then walk over to the food court, get some food, and enjoy it there. So the wine bar has a very specific alcohol premises, you know, this set of tables or this shop in the mall, that's their alcohol premises. But if there's a common area entertainment permit, they can walk out of that, they can provide that beverage to somebody, and that consumer walk out of that place and stay in that common area and enjoy their beverage. One of the interesting things though is that a common area entertainment permit is specifically designed to connect 2 or more ABC permitted spaces. So if you're a landlord and you've got one bar and a big park, well, that's not going to work. That you can't get that as a common area entertainment permit because you have to have a second ABC permittee to feed that, right? Otherwise, you just say, oh, okay, well, this big field that's in front of, you know, this wine bar or this sandwich shop that's got an ABC permit, we'll just make that all their permitted space. So there's ways to deal with that if you've got that situation. But a common area entertainment permit is designed to allow consumption in a common area, hence the name, on private property and connecting 2 or more ABC permits. Now, one thing that is interesting about both the common area entertainment permit and the social district is that the sale of the product, the beer I buy, I can't buy in the common area. I still have to buy that on the licensed premises of the ABC permittee. Same thing with the social district. I generally can't go into the field or that brewery or winery can't come out into the street and sell me a product because it's not on their licensed premises. I can consume there, but I can't buy there. All the purchases still have to happen on the licensed premises. So some pretty nuanced and detailed stuff there, but hopefully that answers some questions that y'all have, and certainly questions we get. And good luck in trying to look at some of this stuff and understand it, but if you have questions, reach out to us. We're always happy to help. Cheers, y'all.